My dear brothers and sisters, the Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Yesterday, we celebrated the exaltation of the cross. That means to say the cross is very valuable for a Christian. It has value because the cross, which was a symbol of pain and suffering, considered as a curse, Christ turned that into a blessing. Kaya po para sa ating mga Kristiyano, the cross, the trials, the difficulties in life, problems, they are valuable for Christians. And today, as we celebrate the memorial of Our Lady of Sorrow, Mama Mary, she is the first one to give us a good example of how she carried her cross. Unang-una po, si Mama Mary ay hindi po komportable ang buhay bilang ina ng Diyos. In fact, full of sorrows. Sa umpisa pa lamang po, nung malaman ni San Jose na nagdadalang tao siya, gusto na siyang i-divorce. Nang si Kristo ipapanganak, homeless po ang family. Hindi malaman kung saan ipapanganak si Lord. Nang ipinanganak si Lord, ay gustong patayin ni Herod. And after that, they went to Egypt as immigrants. Kaya kung may mga problema po sa immigration, the Holy Family experience being immigrants, being persecuted. After that, Jesus Christ got lost. And after Jesus Christ got lost, another difficulty that Mama Mary has to go through was the persecution, the crucifixion, and death and burial of Jesus. Napakatindi po. Kaya kung isipin po natin, the life of Mary is a good example how she lived the teaching of Christ that we should embrace and carry our cross daily with love. For the reason that the cross involves our participation in the redeeming action of Christ. In other words, nakikiisa po tayo sa paglilinis at pagsisave po ng karamihang tao, paglilinis ng ating kasalanan. Ikalawa po, the cross, the trials and difficulties in our lives, if we welcome them, if we embrace them, it gives us the strength in our faith. Tumitindi po ang ating pananampalataya. That is the way Christ tests our faith. Kung kaya ba nating dalhin ang cross sa buhay. Kaya po huwag po nating dasalin na alisin ni Lord ang cross, the challenges, the difficulties in life. But rather we should pray that the good Lord may give us the grace to surpass, to survive, to transcend the trials that He is giving us. Very important po ang cross sa ating buhay. And finally, if we try to be able to go through the trials and tribulations of life and survive them, we will survive and our character will be strengthened. Because by the trials and tribulations in life, we learn to be compassionate. Through the cross, we learn to be kind and merciful. Through the cross, we learn to be understanding. In other words, the cross is a source of blessing for us. Kaya nga po napaka-importante po ang cross for every Christian. Embrace it, carry it with love daily. And so in this Mass, as we remember Mama Mary as a perfect example of a human being who was able to surpass and survive the cross in her life.